We're kind of in the height of what we expect to see from this system here with a decent burst of snow right now over most of our region. And you can see the result of that bringing down the visibility a bit in the Providence area. The snow sticking to untreated surfaces, rooftops, your car top, even pavement in spots, with the temperatures hovering right above freezing in the capital city, but feeling like 28 under that northerly wind. Here's the radar, and this is what I'm talking about with the more moderate snow stretching from 395 in Connecticut to 195 and 495 in southeastern Massachusetts. And you can see where this is moving up to the north and east. So next couple of hours is when we'll get the bulk of our accumulations. This is primarily snow. This is a product that we call the correlation coefficient. One of the things that I want to point out is where you see some of these bright colors right along the southeastern Massachusetts coastline, parts of Little Compton and Tiverton, where we've been seeing some raindrops mixing in. The rain snow line is expected to lift to the north, but right now along our coastline, we're seeing that wet snow and visibility down in some spots as low as 1 mile. So again, a 1 to 3 inch snow event looks likely for us. Most of those accumulations off of our major roadways, 3 to 4 inches in the northwest corner of the state, and that change over to rain allowing for smaller amounts along the coastline. So here's what I expect through the rest of the morning. Between now and 9 a.m. we see snow in most locations. It's between 9 a.m. and noon that we'll start to see that rain snow line lifting northward, and it should make it as far north as Providence. So that change over to rain for southern areas between noon and 4, we'll see lighter rain and snow showers, but the bulk of our accumulations will be over with. Full future cast coming up in just a few minutes. Right now, I want to go out to the roadways and see what Melissa is finding for trouble spots. We know that we've got a big one where a tractor trailer crash happened on 95.
Yes, we're seeing some major delays trying to make your way into the capital city this morning. Shortly after 6 o'clock, had an overturned truck right over here near Thurbers Ave. It's still there and causing some very heavy delays. You're backed up to about Wellington Ave right now. Traffic cruising about 6 miles per hour, and you can see it's about 3 miles leading up to that crash that we are seeing some delays. You're going to need some extra time, and it's a messy commute out there with some of this wintry weather we have out there, so you're going to need extra time wherever you're headed regardless. If you are headed north along 95, seeing a little bit of delays trying to make your way through Mansfield, Foxborough, also have a crash. 495, this is north involving multiple vehicles right over near Route 1A. So seeing some problems out on our local roadways. If you are leaving the house right now, Warwick to Providence, taking you 26 minutes. Not looking too bad along 195, 610 connectors starting to see some delays as well. And here's what your conditions look like trying to make your way into Providence. This is 95, 146 right where they merge. Traffic in this area is pretty light, but your visibility is down. You got those damp roadways, a little bit of slush out there. So give yourself some extra time and safe travels this morning. Patrick, Danielle, back over to you.
All right, for a closer look at what Melissa's been talking about out on the roads here, Thurbers Avenue, we want to head out to Breaking News 1.
I'm this reporter Michaela McDonald out and about this morning. Where are you now, Michaela?
Well, we are actually sitting in the traffic that Melissa had mentioned here on 95 North near the Thurbers Avenue curve. I'll give you a look at what we're seeing on the roads right now. A little bit of traffic. We just went under a bridge there, so couldn't see the snow. But then now, as you see, the snow has picked up a little bit since earlier this morning. Things have been slow moving. We got on 95 North in Cranston going towards Providence after that box truck had flipped on its side here at the Thurbers Avenue curve. We drove by that earlier and we were able to take some video of that. Rhode Island State Police saying that thankfully there were no injuries, but that accident did cause the closure of the right lane, which has obviously caused some delays that we've been sitting in for a few minutes now. So if you are heading this way, it's a good idea to definitely leave some more time this morning and to take a little more time when you're driving wherever you're headed today. And we'll continue to be monitoring the road conditions for you out here in Breaking News 1. Michaela McDonald, Eyewitness News.
All right, from the traffic in Providence, we now head to the northern part of the state, a little more north, and that's where Julianne Lima is.
Hi, Patrick. Well, it's been snowing steadily here for a few hours. You can see the snow is starting to accumulate on any untreated surfaces. It's completely coating the parking lot where I'm standing, starting to stick to the grass and even the roadways. You can see some cars out there taking it a little slower than they were earlier this morning now that the snow is starting to stick. Some students are there outside getting a little extra sleep this morning. There are some delays in Coventry, Central Falls, Cranston, Warwick, and West Warwick schools all starting 1 hour later. There's a school bus driving by now. No 1 hour delay here in North Smithfield. However, there is a parking ban here. In Massachusetts, Fall River has a 2 hour delayed start. Now, if you haven't done so already, it's a great time to move those cars off of the streets. There have been several plows out here this morning. And if your car is on the road here in North Smithfield, Cranston, East Providence, Warwick, and several other communities across the area, you're going to want to move it off of the road. Also, if you're planning on flying out of TF Green today, you should check your flight status before you head out the door. Morning flights to Tampa, Orlando, Baltimore, and Washington, D.C. have already been canceled, and there are several other flights being delayed at this hour, so definitely a good idea to check before you leave. So again, as you're getting ready to start your day, you're going to want to take it a little slower outside. Any untreated surfaces are starting to get coated with this light layer of snow, and we already know it's causing some trouble out on the roadways. For now, reporting live in North Smithfield, I'm Julianne Lima, Eyewitness News.